The morality of killing in Naruto is something very fascinating to look at, because unlike many popular Western media, killing your enemies in the Naruto universe is not treated as something that should be avoided at all costs, and that killing is morally wrong in any given situation. Ninjas, at the end of the day, are soldiers, and many times these soldiers are going to find themselves in life or death situations where they're going to be forced to kill their enemies to survive or even complete their objectives. We see many characters from the good side killing their enemies, and many times in cold blood. The quintessential example of that is going to be Minato Namikaze, the Yellow Flash, the guy that killed over 1,000 ninjas during the Third Great Ninja War. In the Kakashi Gaiden flashback, for example, we see him killing one stone ninja with a kunai to the neck, without hesitation, by the way, and after that, he takes care of an entire platoon of stone ninjas, killing them without mercy. And that makes sense, it's a war, and Minato is a soldier that has to protect his village and his land. Even the kids in the Naruto universe are portrayed as killing their enemies. Take a look at the Sasuke retrieval arc, for example. There are so many brutal deaths administered by kids in that arc, it's kinda crazy. Choji kills Jirobo, Neji kills Kidomaru, Temari kills Tayuya, Kankuro kills Sakon and Ukon. And in none of those moments we get the sense that, oh my god, what have I done? I just killed my enemy. No, the characters are pretty glad they won their fights. Temari and Kankuro are pretty much cracking jokes after brutally murdering Tayuya and Sakon and Ukon. And that makes a lot of sense. Naruto is about ninjas who are soldiers, and some of them are child soldiers which are actually going to be forced to kill. They don't even think it's a weird occurrence. Yeah, you're trying to kill me, I'm gonna kill you instead. And I'm glad they're not given this morality issue with killing their enemies. Oh my god, they were just like me. Oh. Like, yes, the situations they're in, it's tough for a child to go through those, but that's the whole point of the story. Because if you take a look at real-life wars and scenarios and soldiers, yes, they may reflect upon their actions in the battlefield later on, but as they're fighting, as they're trying to survive and achieve their objectives, they're gonna kill people, and that's gonna be it. There's no moral debate in the heat of battle. Now, obviously, this is gonna be different if you're fighting somebody that you know, especially a friend, like Naruto versus Sasuke, for example. That's gonna make the fight acquire a different dynamic, but for characters that never really met each other, strangers, like for example in the Sasuke retrieval arc, in most of those fights, death is just a consequence of their actions. They're gonna clash against each other, and whoever wins is going to survive. But that takes us back to our main character, Naruto Uzumaki, and for being the main character in this grim universe where you're forced to kill many people, he doesn't have a whole lot of kills. He only kills one man during the entire story. And the strange thing is, you may not think about this very often, but Naruto is not completely against killing. It's not because he has a moral rule. No, I'm not gonna kill anybody. Interestingly enough, the only character that has a no-killing rule is Hebi Sasuke. Obviously, that rule does not apply to Itachi and Orochimaru, for example, because killing Itachi is obviously his main goal, and killing Orochimaru is something that's going to help him a lot with that goal, as well as getting rid of one of the worst beings in the verse. But every time he has to fight against someone, he will avoid killing them, going out of his way to make sure they don't die. And that rule goes away pretty quickly once he awakens the Mangekyo Sharingan and finds out the truth about Itachi, but still, that's the only time a character has a no-kill rule. Naruto does not have that rule. Yeah, he's not gonna go out of his way to kill someone. If he can help it, he won't do it. But he's not against, getting rid of that person if it's necessary. And the strange thing is, even though Naruto fights against many of the most formidable and evil characters in the series, he only kills one. And to prove to you that actually Naruto is not completely against killing, we just literally have to go back to the very first chapter of the series, where Mizuki is just beating Iruka up and bashing him all the way. Naruto interrupts that, saves Iruka, and tells Mizuki, if you touch my sensei one more time, I'm gonna kill you. That's a very direct threat. No, yeah, Naruto eventually beats Mizuki up, but doesn't kill him, so maybe you could say it was an empty threat, he just wanted to intimidate Mizuki. However, what happens in the Land of Waves also gives credence to this idea that Naruto is not completely against killing. After Naruto and Haku have that heart-to-heart, after Naruto beats Haku up using the Nine Tails' chakra, after Naruto thought Haku had killed Sasuke, even though Naruto flinches and doesn't go for the finishing punch on Haku using the Nine Tails' chakra, after they have that exchange, Naruto and Haku come to the conclusion, yeah, I guess it's over, just get it over with, Naruto, kill me, it's fine. Naruto is obviously very sad, thinking that, well, maybe if we were born in different circumstances, we could have been friends. However, he takes his kunai and runs at Haku to slash and kill him. Finish the job, so to speak. He understood that his duty as a ninja at that moment was to protect the bridge, was to make sure his enemies wouldn't succeed in killing the bridge builder, and killing his enemy at that moment was his mission as a shinobi. So, he was going for it, and Haku had given up. He only doesn't kill Haku because Haku at the last second realizes Kakashi was about to Chidori and kill Zabuza. Kakashi was doing the exact same thing as Naruto at that moment, fulfilling his mission by killing his enemy, and Haku grabs Naruto's hand, doesn't let Naruto kill him, and teleports to where Zabuza and Kakashi are, so that Haku tanks the Raikiri, saving Zabuza. And a lot of people forget about this scene, but yeah, Naruto was gonna kill Haku, guys. In cold blood. Like, it wasn't as if they were fighting, they had an entire conversation and they kind of reached a conclusion, yeah, I guess this is it, just do it, Naruto. Like, hypothetically speaking, it would be one thing if Naruto landed their Rasengan on Kabuto there in the Search for Tsunade arc and killed him, than Naruto going for a kill on Haku after they had an entire conversation. Yeah, obviously Naruto landing a Rasengan on Kabuto is an act that threatens Kabuto's life. It's just because Kabuto's a very good medic ninja that he could tank that and heal himself. But Naruto probably wouldn't cry too much about Kabuto's death if he killed him with a Rasengan, let's be real here. Especially after everything Kabuto was doing to Naruto and Tsunade in that fight. He was being a complete a-hole. And it's strange, Naruto, the main character, never really kills anybody. Except for this one dude. You may think that in Naruto Shippuden he killed people, like more than he actually did, because he does land a finishing blow to Kakuzu with a Rasenshuriken. However, Kakuzu actually survives that. He's very weakened and hurt after the Rasenshuriken, but still alive. It's actually Kakashi that finishes him off with a Raikiri, and I don't like that, to be honest. Also, in the Pain arc, he fights against dead bodies that can move, being controlled by Nagato and everything, you know, the paths of pain. They are already dead, so technically he's not killing them by defeating them. In the work, yeah, Naruto quote-unquote kills a lot of white Zetsus, but that doesn't really count. They're not real people. I mean, technically, if you take the Kaguya lore as true, they used to be people that were transformed, but that's obviously not canon. They're just white Zetsus that are essentially Hashirama cells that are grown into the shape of a person. And then he technically kills Kaguya and Black Zetsu, but they're actually not dead. They're just sealed in that massive six-path Chibaku Tensei. And they're not even canon, and also Kaguya is an alien, she's not a human, so it doesn't matter. But it is kind of weird, isn't it? Naruto goes through all these stages, fighting against so many characters and powerful enemies, and he never kills them, really. That's very much on purpose by Kishimoto, and it's strange because many other characters, including characters from the Konoha 12 that I mentioned before, they have kills. Sasuke's kind of the same thing here. Pretty much every fight he goes through, he doesn't actually deliver the finishing blow. Deidara blows himself up trying to get Sasuke. Itachi just crumples down and dies because of his disease. And Danzo, before he gets finished off by Sasuke, he tries to blow himself up and seal Sasuke in the process and fails. The only characters Sasuke actually kills during his bad stage are actually samurai in the 5 Kage Summit. I really don't get that. Why are Naruto and Sasuke supposed to be so protected by the narrative so they don't kill anybody? It's really to make the main characters a little bit more quote-unquote morally palatable, even though Sasuke was going crazy a lot of times there, especially after the Mangekyo Sharingan awakening. And Naruto obviously has the other reason, which is because Naruto tries to bring those characters back from evil. And honestly, I like talk no jutsu as a concept. I enjoy most talk no jutsus in the series, and that's one of the reasons why Naruto doesn't actually kill many characters, because he brings them back to the good side. Is it a little forced sometimes? Like every single character pretty much that Naruto ends up having a major battle with goes back to the good side? The only exceptions really being Madara and Kaguya, but she's not even canon. Well, maybe you could say that the frequency it happens is a little bit over the top, but every time Naruto delivers a talk no jutsu, it does make sense. But that's the thing though, you would expect that during Naruto's career, there would be a time where he would be forced to kill someone. There's no time to use talk no jutsu. Someone Naruto loves is in extreme danger, and if Naruto doesn't kill the enemy, they're going to die. Or maybe Naruto just kills the person during the fight. He doesn't really manage to hold back, and the person dies before Naruto can talk no jutsu them. And then Naruto can grapple with the morality of it. Because he's the main character, you actually have more time to develop those post-battle feelings in him. Because yeah, during the Pain arc, for example, when Naruto first started fighting Pain, he had the intention of going ahead and killing him for everything he did with Jiraiya and the Leaf Village and the Akatsuki and all. It's only after Pain's speech that Naruto's mind actually changes. He goes to Nagato to talk to him and see what the guy's all about. Because yeah, the speech that Deva Path delivered to Naruto was that impactful. But interestingly enough, actually, Naruto killing someone by mistake has already happened. Maybe. You could actually argue otherwise. It's complicated. Well, you may not remember this character, but the only time Naruto kills a man in the Naruto series is when he fights against Itachi's body double during the Kazekage rescue arc, and that Itachi body double was actually the body of a man named Yuura, a jonin and elder from the Sand Village that Sasori had control over, and he gave to Nagato so that Nagato could transform him into a body double. And you know, the body doubles were supposed to delay the Leaf teams going to the rescue of the Kazekage as the Akatsuki was extracting Shukaku out of him. And after this pretty complicated fight, Naruto manages to land an Odama Rasengan on Itachi's body double. And it's a pretty powerful Rasengan. As I said before, it's a jutsu that could have easily killed Kabuto, for example. Yes, this one's a little bit bigger, but still, that's what the jutsu is supposed to do. You're not going to throw a Rasengan at somebody you don't want to kill or maim very badly. And after all is said and done, the damage of the Rasengan is completely finished. They look at the body on the ground and they realize, wait a minute, that's not Itachi. Chiyo recognized the guy as Yuura, and well, they realize he is dead. So yeah, technically this is the only time Naruto kills someone. However, there are some people that will even say that Nagato's jutsu kills the victim. The jutsu he uses to transform people into body doubles will take the life of the victim away, so technically, once Naruto defeats the Itachi body double and the jutsu warns off, whoever's body was being used as a vessel will die. So yeah, you could say Naruto never even killed the man if you subscribe to that theory. I subscribe to the theory that Naruto just killed him. Because yeah, Naruto was fighting against Itachi Uchiha, a ninja Naruto knew was extremely dangerous and powerful for everything he's done. And even though he knew Sasuke wanted revenge against Itachi, he wouldn't hold back not to kill Itachi to leave him to Sasuke. He didn't even really care too much about Sasuke's revenge on Itachi, to be honest. So if he could kill Itachi and just finish that revenge business for Sasuke, he'd be like, yeah, let me do that. Sasuke's gonna come back anyways if I have to do that. It wouldn't unfold that way had Itachi actually died there, but that was probably in the back of Naruto's mind. But obviously in the forefront of his thoughts, it would be the fact that Itachi is extremely powerful and dangerous, and fighting with everything Naruto got was the best idea, even if Naruto killed him. Because yeah, he doesn't want to risk himself, Sakura, Kakashi, or Chiyo dying because Naruto held back not to kill Itachi. So much so that Naruto uses the most powerful jutsu he has access to against Itachi, and that's it, killing Yuura in the process. Or maybe it was Nagato's jutsu. We're never going to find out. But Naruto doesn't really have a moment of consciousness, so to speak, after he sees that he killed a man. No, it's business as usual. I'm a ninja. I thought it was Itachi, but it was a guy who was being controlled. I mean, that's kind of a shame, but it was either us or him, so I'm glad it's us. It's not as if Naruto's crying, "Oh my god, I killed an innocent man!" Well, technically Yuura wasn't too innocent because he was being controlled by Sanskrit. Well, I guess you could say he was a victim. Yes, but whatever. So Yuura from the Sand Village is the only man Naruto ever kills. Watch this other video showing up on your screen for more cool Naruto content just like this. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, ring notifications, please do that. Those things are very helpful. Spread the word around YouTube, and thank you so much for watching.